You hear that? Hear that deer? Second time that a deer has tried to come in on me from back there. And we're out here in the woods. We just got done boning out a deer. We just put that guy, he's in the pack, fully loaded up. Rest of them's over there, but we're done with that. We're not done hunting. We're just going to hike to the truck, and we're not too bad. We're about 400 yards to a green road. Hear him snorting at me? There he goes. But we got about 400 yards to a green road, which is a gated, no access road. And we got about 400 yards down there. So we're only about 800 yards from the truck, so not bad. But we're taking it in. Okay, we're just sitting here and absorbing this moment. And it's not about the deer. The deer has nothing to do with it. It has to do with that right there. That beautiful, sorry, keep that clean for YouTube, but that beautiful sunrise right there. Listen to acorns fall off of swamp chestnuts. Water oaks dropping down over here. Deer right behind me on this pine ridge. This ridge that we're on, actually, where it wraps around and goes right up over here and it comes in closer to there. Chris and Robert killed the biggest rattlesnake they ever seen, eastern diamondback over there. I've seen an eastern diamondback over there. So kind of like Snake Ridge here. And but we are talking about just being in beautiful places, absorbing this. This is Georgia. Georgia's hot, temperature-wise. It's hot. It's probably going to be 90 degrees, 85 degrees today, so it gets hot. But right now, it's like 54 degrees, little chilly, can feel it against me. I'm a little sweaty from boning that deer out and getting all that done, and I can feel that crisp chill, yet I can feel that warm sun hit my face. I've been doing this stuff since I was 12 years old, but I didn't really take it seriously or kill my first deer until I was 19. Shot my first deer with a compound at 19, and then I switched to a traditional bow that same year, and I did not kill my first deer with a traditional bow till 3 years later after missing over the back of 13 of them. But I was hooked ever since. Never stopped. Never wanted to stop. And this is why. Right here. Again, it has nothing to do with the deer. And why I'm so sentimental about it right now is this is my first morning in Georgia in the woods. Now, in 2 weeks, I'm leaving for my Midwest trip where I'll be in the woods I'll see every sunrise and every sunset from a tree stand. And I'll be in the woods constantly. But here in Georgia, with my work schedule, content creation, all the stuff I got to do and how far it is to these WMAs, I'm almost 2 hours from my house right now. And I shot this deer last night. And then I came out and started looking for it. Robert Carter and Chris Spikes are out here hunting with others, hunting the same place. You know, I talked to them at camp. And but I shot this deer. Robert sent me a text and said, "Hey, I'm on my way home. I'll see you out here tomorrow." I told him, I said, I just shot a good 8-point and I'm tracking it now. He said, "You need help?" I said, "No, I'm good. It's just going slow." And then he called me about 10 minutes later and he's like, "Hey, where you at, man?" I'm like, "I told you I'm looking for a deer." He's like, "Well, me and Chris are standing at your truck. We're ready to help. Where you at in the woods?" So I went out and met them and brought them in here with me. And so they came in. And we trailed this deer. It only went 135 yards, but the blood trail was pretty thin. Gut shot deer, gut shot in one lung. And but we started trailing it. They came out and helped me out here. And at 130 yards, I found this deer was still, he picked his head up barely and was struggling. I said, "Well, we'll leave him." This deer let me get 18 yards from him and see him right here on his hilltop. He was bedded right here. And I was standing right there on the edge of that hill. I came up this hill and stood right there, and he picked his head up from here, and I saw his head. And then I backed out, and we went back down the hill and out of here. And I said, "We'll come back. I'll come back and get him in the morning." And I came back. He was laying right here in the same exact spot. But those guys came out. They stopped what they were doing. Robert was on his way home. He turned around and came back. Chris got redressed, got back from camp, and came out here to help me look for these. Good people, beautiful places. Amazing setups. I drove home last night, worked until I got home at 11:30 last night. I got home. I hung out with Tina for about a half hour and then I ate some dinner. And then I went into work. I worked on videos until 2 a.m., went to sleep, got up at 3:30. I just laid on the couch, but got up at 3:30 to be back out here at daylight to come and find and recover this deer. This grind, this thing that we do that we love so much, the miles that we walk, the time that we put in, the last 32 years of doing this, a life that is worth living right here. I can't think of anything else. And again, it is not about the deer. It has nothing to do with the deer. The deer are just the reason we come, the reason we come out here, but that's not where the value is. The value is in all these little moments right here. Like I said, sitting out here, pack full, meat ready to go in the freezer, a bow in the hand, all the time and effort it takes to come in here to do this stuff. Even if you don't see one, even if you don't get one, it doesn't matter. It's this lifestyle. Like I said, just looking around, being out here, exploring all of the things you come across, all of the things you experience. This is what life is about. Unfortunately, not a lot of people experience it anymore. Today, the idea of hunting is go sit in their grandpa's tree stand, and I don't have a problem with that. And I'm not taking anything away from people that hunt private land at all. But it is that whole go sit in the stands we've sat in for the last 30 years, kill a deer, put it on Facebook, go home, be done with it. There's so much more to hunting than just killing a deer. Come out here, come out to these places, go out to public land, go somewhere where you can explore, where you can experience, where you can learn. Look at this place. And yet somehow in all of this, I managed to pick a place where a big deer was going to walk within 20 yards of me. Okay. That doesn't happen. And I'm not slapping myself on the back there. I'm just saying, there's a pride in that, and there's a skill development in that, and you don't get it from not being out here doing this kind of stuff. Come out, enjoy this, live what this is. There's public land in almost every single state. If you're in Texas, it might be a little harder, but look at Jesse Johnson. He crushes it. He's in public land all the time. He's killing deer all the time out there. There's opportunity everywhere. But there's also opportunity to learn. I pride myself on the learning way more than the horns or the deer. The experience of learning it, the cyber scouting, the picking the places, the understanding it, even being down here in Georgia where it's feed trees and difficulty. I didn't kill this deer on a feed tree. Okay, this is my biggest Georgia buck that I've got, and it's my third deer so far this year, and I did not kill it on a feed tree. Instead, I killed it on a terrain feature. And the reason for that was I couldn't find feed trees that were isolated enough to interest me. There were too many feed trees. So, and like I said in my Patreon channel, if you're in my Patreon channel, you hear this stuff and you know it all the time when I say the woods is a buffet. And there's food everywhere in the woods, just like there's food everywhere in a buffet. Your job is to find the steak at Golden Corral. There is a steak center at Golden Corral that always has a lineup at it. Your job is to find that steak. And that's what I did. And the steak wasn't in the whole buffet. The steak was not a specific tree. The steak was a crossing, a water crossing, a slough crossing where deer would have to go through to get there. A header, basically. But that stuff is where the skill development. That is the stuff you learn. And it is that education and that constant yearning to learn. And what better classroom is there than this? Where else would you like to be on a cool, crisp, beautiful morning out here in God's country with deer blowing with you at you back there, deer laying on the ground right here? Life is perfect. Take advantage of it. Get out here and do some hunting. Let it be more than just killing a deer in your grandpa's tree stand. There's so much more adventure to the woods and the wild places. Take advantage of them. Like I said, people, down here in Georgia, they laugh about it and they don't think nothing to it, but I'm still considered a Yankee. I've only been here this is my third season. But again, you don't understand. There is stuff here that wants to kill you all day long in here. People laugh when I say that, but I'll tell you what, like I said, see a 6-foot diamondback and, that kind of thing, or even rest your hand on the wrong spot or sit on a log and have a pygmy get you. There's a whole world of stuff here that is adventure and things that are exciting and exploratory and little things that you want to enjoy. And then, like I said, I don't know how to word this the right way. I suck at the way I'm wording this. There's a whole world out here that I promise you that if you actually dive into it and become part of it, it will consume you and it will romanticize you and it will be something you will do for the rest of your life. You will hand it down to your children. They will hand it down to their children, and these wild places will exist forever in your memories. That's the way I can say it. Questions, comments, put them below.